to, speak at summits or events like this, I always, write things down. But the reality of it is that all this doesn't really matter. I just, acquire some knowledge, just, listening to my two, senior people speak, and I'll just put this down and say things that we all can relate to. Because it's just like when I was in school and they teach, I sometimes don't understand it until I have to go to my teacher or my colleague and I'll be like, what did the man say? Sometimes you relate to things when you can see them, this is happening, than it's just written in book, big. Sometimes you can speak some English and you just ask and you'll be like, it's not like, so this is what they're talking about and you are cracking your head. So when I'm being asked to talk, I like to say things that are, relatable. You can know that, okay, this is what's happening. And that's just the reality of it. I always say that live in your reality. We tend to forget that every day when you wake up, that's the reality you're facing. I always tell my friends that whatever is happening, this is the reality. Sometimes I'm just like, I'm broke, let me forget about it. Then I come back again, I'm like, this is the reality, so I need to face it. And throughout my, getting into the industry, starting a brand for myself, I think today what I just want to talk about is consistency. And I just want to say a very big shout out to Richmond, my manager, for putting this thing up. I'm so much impressed, coming here, seeing all of you. He's been doing this thing before we even met, for him to start managing me. And we've been working for over a decade, I'm sure. And he's been consistent with this thing that we are all, sitting here enjoying today. And that is the only thing that I want to talk about, consistency. And I think that's the only thing that, aside, the other ones that we say, okay, you need as a business person. And the question that we're all going to be asking when you're done with school is, what next? What do you want to do? I'm sure 98% of you sitting here probably have your plans. The question here is, after your plans, what next? Because I don't think anyone will just come to school because of coming to school sake. We all do have plans. That's why we are all here. That's why you're studying your various courses and all of that, because you have a plan. So the plan that you have, which is probably just an idea, how are we going to implement these plans? And when you implement these plans, what next? The next question is what? Dedication and consistency. One of the major things that I faced when I was coming up, be it the movie and the business, is I lacked consistency. I will just do this minute, the next minute I'm jumping into something else. I'll do this. The moment I hear, hey, this business is good, I'm leaving it to it. Until about 5 years ago, I just sat down and I'm like, I listed all the businesses that I've actually, tried and just paused. And I'm like, I don't think there's anything wrong with these businesses. The only thing that is wrong is me not being consistent with it, because I've realized that other people, most of the businesses that I've started, people that probably just were inspired and did the same thing, have actually, made a lot of money or probably progressed doing that. And I asked myself, why haven't I gotten something from these businesses that I started? And I realized that I was not consistent. And in this world that we are, whereby we have social media, we are very lucky when you are into entrepreneurship, because it's quite easy. Most of you here probably have your businesses on TikTok, Instagram, and all of that. And bear in mind, no matter how big your company is, you still need social media to promote your businesses. So I feel like we are very blessed. You all here are very blessed to be here because you have the mobile phones. You could literally just start a business right now as I'm talking to you. You can just create a business page now. But the problem is, what next? So we opened shop 2017. I just opened it because I'm like, I have friends, they drink, let me open a wine shop. When I opened the wine shop, after some years, I realized that this is not for me. Because one, I don't go out. And the kind of places that I have to go, I need to go to clubs, I need to go to places that I can meet people that drink that can buy from me. So I realized that the business, when I make the money, it goes back into the business. So I was not getting, my capital I was not making the kind of money that I needed to make. Then I realized that I was not into the business. I was just the business. Don't just do the business. Make sure whatever you're doing, you are part of it. So when you wake up, something is pushing you that I need to go and chase the money. I need to do this thing. So that was what happened to me with the Fela Wine and Liquor. I was just there like, okay, where am I going to get clients? Where am I going to get clients? I was just so much more into the business. So just few things. Let's, get ourselves involved in whatever field that we want to do. I chose to be an entrepreneur. You can also
that I lived in an area that we had a lot of mechanics. And in the afternoon, it was very hard for them to find something to eat. So the kente seller comes early in the morning, and by 12 o'clock, the food is done and she's gone. So I asked myself, I'm living right in the middle of people who struggle to find food. Let me start the choba. So, to tell the truth, the choba could barely fit about 5 people. It was very tiny. My father was upset. He didn't understand why you are an actress and you are operating a choba in the area full of mechanics. So I was selling fufu and cocoa. So early in the morning, I will get 1 or 2 girls in my area. I will go with them to the market, buy the foodstuffs, come by 12, food is ready. I send them to the place. And my father's like, even if you send them, don't go yourself. I'm like, how will I monitor my money? I have to go and see I'm making my money. So for like 3 to 6 months, I was selling fufu and coconut as an actress. And I know how hard it is for some people because they have the mentality that you've gotten somewhere, you're an actress, people know you, and you have to behave yourself in a certain way. But I recognize an issue, a problem. And to tell you the truth, sometimes after the day ends for me, I sometimes do the local susu, 300 cedis, 500 cedis a day. After paying off the workers and going to the market and buying everything that I need for soup the following day. On a very bad day,
venture into a business that nobody is doing. Somebody who is a businessman is doing what somebody else has started. That's the business. But an entrepreneur, out of the blue, he received an idea. So an entrepreneur, first character of an entrepreneur is somebody who has the grace to innovate, have ideas. Trust me, the reason why you are coming to school is that the theories and the principles that are being taught, you should be able to use your mind to generate an idea. And if you're not able to generate ideas, please don't try to brand yourself as an entrepreneur. Another point is that, entrepreneurial journey is very lonely, very difficult journey. You need to have a minimum of 5 years in mind when you want to venture into that journey, that you need minimum in our part of the world for you to be able to sail through, for you to be mentioned. They will tell you what they've gone through. You need minimum 5 years to be able to come to that plateau where you begin to accelerate. So my first advice is that you need to have knowledge. Knowledge is so critical. The knowledge is not the knowledge that you are taught on campus, because the moment you finish university, all that you are taught expires. Because every now and then there are new things coming up.